This is Neil Ratner Rock Doc here on WDST Radio Woodstock with another episode of This Week in Rock with support from Transcendental and my friend, the amazing dentist and rock star Bruce Milner. Visit Transcendental, his stunning new office at 2 Maverick Road on the corner of Maverick Road and Route 375. Chicago Transit Authority, the debut studio album by the band Chicago, was released on April 28, 1969. Horn players Walter Parazaider, Lee Lofnan, and James Pankow were all students at DePaul University when they decided to form a rock and roll band featuring horns as the lead instruments. Needing a rhythm section, they added drummer Danny Serafin, guitarist Terry Kath, keyboardist Robert Lamb, and bass player Peter Cetera. The band called themselves The Big Thing and gained a large amount of success as a cover band playing in clubs around Chicago. Wanting to be more than just a cover band, the group began working on original material and contacted James Guercio, another former DePaul University student who by then had started a production company in L.A. Guercio agreed to come to Chicago to hear the band, and as trombone player and founding member James Pankow relates, Guercio got quite a show.
So he and his manager flew to Chicago. Shula's Supper Club. Our opening act was a snake lady who had pythons. She was a belly dancer with pythons crawling on her. And Guercio showed up. Well, you know, we're playing the top 40, and if you've seen the movie Blues Brothers, where they're playing, their blues stuff, and then the crowd starts throwing beer bottles, and Guercio shows up, and we start playing our original songs. Well, that happened. You know, they started throwing beers and chicken wings, and the cage came down, just like it did in the movie. It happened for real at this Shula's. Yeah, boo, boo. And it was surreal. But we had to play our stuff. We had to show Guercio what we had, who we were musically. And we survived. And next thing you know, Guercio said, just keep doing what you're doing. And figure in about 6 months, coming to LA, and we'll see if we can get something going.
The group traveled to Los Angeles and collaborated with Guercio, who suggested they change their name to Chicago. Their distinctive style combined brass and jazz elements with rock and roll, which Guercio believed would be successful, and he was able to get them a deal at Columbia Records. Chicago was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2016, and their first album, Chicago Transit Authority, was recently chosen to be preserved by the Library of Congress. Robert Lamb composed the song Beginnings on a 12-string guitar, which was missing the 2 lowest E strings. Lamb said he was inspired by seeing Richie Havens' performance in a small club when the group first came to L.A. Okay, let's listen. From their debut album, Chicago Transit Authority, Chicago, and Beginnings.